Hey everybody, welcome back to theclinicaltrialsguru.com. Again, that website address, if you don't already know what it is, it's www.theclinicaltrialsguru.com. And there's a strange glare on my face. I've really got to change the lighting in this office where I shoot / studio. But anyways, thank you guys for your questions. Keep them coming. I keep you anonymous. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com. It really is by far my favorite part of the show and of this blog is interacting with you guys. I mean, this is why I create this in the first place, is to interact with people in the research industry. So today I have a very interesting question. It's kind of like how to start an SMO. Like, I've done those videos before. For those who don't know, check them out. The site management organization is what an SMO is. Just do a search on my blog for SMO and you'll see tons of videos. So this question's kind of different though. This person had a heart condition caused by a pregnancy. So let me back up here. She was a study coordinator. Then eventually she was promoted to director of a clinic. Then became a director of an even larger research clinic. She said a really big clinic actually. A huge research company, which I won't say where. Then eventually she opened her own research clinic. However, the last year she's been recovering from a heart condition caused by pregnancy. She's in no way able to go back to the daily 24/7 requirement of running the daily activities of her research clinic. I understand. I totally understand how you feel. I'm kind of in the situation now where I am doing that. I do, however, feel very comfortable working behind the scenes, doing all the contracts, budgets, reg docs, training, SOPs. I just don't feel comfortable doing the patient visits, AEs, SAEs, and spending long late night hours. Can you give me any guidance, as I've never been the route of an SMO, and I'm really interested in helping doctor offices from a paperwork standpoint and training the employees. So there's a really good book I recommend you read. It has nothing to do with research, but everything to do with business. It's called The E-Myth. That's The E-Myth. It was probably one of the first books I read in my career as an entrepreneur and a business person. And I know this is a clinical trial blog, but read The E-Myth. It talks about building systems to where the business actually can work for you and not the other way around, where you're working for the business. And I mentioned earlier, I'm currently rebuilding my company. So for a while, I had them automated and they were pretty much operating without me. And every now and then you do have to get back in there and kind of restructure and revise your SOPs and revise your business practices and your business plan. But I understand you don't need the stress, especially after your recent heart condition. Build a system, hire the right people, hire a director so that they can implement and execute what it is that you design, as far as trainings, as far as actually conducting the studies in the clinic, the visits, business development, unless that's something you want to do. And then you can do more of the behind the scenes stuff, like the contracts, the budgets, the regulatory, maybe handling of the human resources, the HR, making sure that your SOPs, standard operating procedures, are the way you want them to be. And that's the beauty of kind of owning your own site or SMO, is you design it. It's ultimately, everything is your responsibility. Even though other people are executing your vision, it's your responsibility. So I really think it is possible. It's very possible for you to do what you want to do while not necessarily involved 24/7, 365, and have all that stress that most startups would have. You have the experience. You've actually owned a clinic before, and now you just like to partner with other physicians and create like little mini clinics. And I think you can. I think you would need a good director, and you'd have to think of whether you're going to be doing this regionally, like in one area, let's say it's in Nevada, or whether you're going to be doing this across multiple states. Because if you're doing it regionally and locally, you can have 3 different clinics and have one director in charge of all of them. I would recommend that route so that you don't have to hire that many people at first, because as we all know, and as you know as a former business owner, cash is king at the beginning, and it's your most precious resource, especially in the startup phase. So what you want is definitely possible. There are people doing it. I've done it in the past. Even though I'm not doing that now, I've done it in the past. It does work. It does require occasional tweaking every 3 years or so, but it's very possible. Hire a director, hire a CEO maybe, and then you can be behind the scenes. CEOs don't have to be the owners, by the way. And check out the book, The E-Myth. So let me know if this helps. I want to give my clinical trial guru producers a shout out. Sarah Elizabeth Siegler, Resolve Research Solutions, Accurate Clinical Trials, Erdhart Clinical Trials, PTNR, Patrick Stone, Darshan Kulkarni, Biopharm Systems, Zymewire, Mozio, South Coast Clinical Trials, Breakthrough Clinical Trials, and St. Paul Medical Research Center in Miami, Florida. Thank you all very much, and hopefully this video helps. Let me know. Dan at theclinicaltrialsguru.com.